guys, I'm gonna make some Irish bread with you. I just figured out the recipe from the ingredient card of my dad's from Brenner's Bakery, and so I'm gonna make it for you in front of you. So it's combined into a standing mixer. I have a dough hook on here, and we put your flour in. Salt, baking powder, sugar, milk powder, and I'm going to whisk that up. Just to combine it. And by the way, I'm in my baking uniform, which is my dad's Doughboy baking shirt. So when you see me do future videos, I'll be in that and this beautiful apron that a secret sister sent me this year. Alright, so I have all my dry ingredients in, and I mixed them up, and then I'm going to actually put in the raisins and the caraway seeds into the dry ingredients, and then just fold those in to the dry ingredients. I'm going to check the temperature of my water here. I have the water heated and I've already melted the shortening, and it's perfectly at my temperature. So I'm going to lock my blender so it won't bump around and just drizzle it in. I'm going to scrape the sides a little, blend it all together. It's a pretty wet dough. Give it a couple minutes here. Pretty good. Yep, I'm liking that. Yep, that's doing it. You want it to be kind of coming off the side. See how it comes off that dough hook really nice? That's good. I'll show it to you. So it's starting to gluten up. That's getting very close. I'm going to give it a little bit more time on the hook. Again, I'm not too worried about overworking it too much because it's not yeast. But that baking powder is starting to do its thing. I like it. So it's coming off the sides a little bit. And when I go like this, it's going to come right off that dough hook. It's going to get some more flour as I work it on the board. So, we'll flour up our board. this dough. It smells delicious already. Yep. You always want to flour up your hands. And then I'm just going to fold this. And I'm going to use more and more flour as I need to get it to feel right. It's a very tender dough. Warm, tender. We don't want it to spread too much, but it does get a really, really nice oven rise. So you don't want a dry bread. So I'm going to put some more flour into this recipe, so you're not going to have to add this much flour. Very gentle, just until it's starting to form up here. Yeah, it's nice. That's nice. It's still a little sticky. Okay, so I'm going to cut this in half. I could weigh it if I really cared to have them equal. But what you want to do is just fold it a few times, how I say in the book. Fold it over, make a little bicycle seat, and you come over this way. I need a little more flour on that. Fold, fold, in and over, and then you just tuck it around. You want a nice ball, you want a nice surface here. Pull it so it's nice on the top. Kind of pull and pinch it down. You can use your surface to do that. Roll it around. A nice ball, nice and tight. Bring it over, and then set it out. There she is. Don't you just love working with dough? I need more flour. That'll be all right. Great. So then I'll fold this guy down, angle, angle, fold it on up and roll it. Makes a nice taut surface. That might spread a little bit, don't worry. You're going to get some oven rise out of this. And so we're going to let this sit covered with some floured plastic that I keep handy. And we'll let that sit for a half an hour, and it will rise a little tiny bit, but not too terribly much. And then we can score it. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. And these are the guys. They're great. They've risen a little bit. So I'm using a sharp knife. You can also use something called a lame. And a lame looks like this. It's a razor blade on a stick. And this dough is a little soft for it. I tried it on my first run at this an hour ago, and it just made kind of a sloppy cut, so I enjoyed using the bread knife better. So what you need to do is first flour your loaves. Pretty good flouring, and then gently coat it with flour. I found it looks really good to have a pretty good amount of flour on there. And then I'll show you my loaves that I baked this morning, and I didn't cut them deep enough. So I think I'm going to oil this knife. A little spray oil or anything you like, and that might help. And we're going to just cut an X across. That worked great. Just light. You can saw it back to clear it up if you like. It's a very soft dough, but it's good. That's really good. You want to make a nice deep cut, because then it will blossom, and I will show you the difference in a second. Yeah, nice. Just light. You don't want to push that dough down. Just make a nice cut. Beautiful. I love dough. Okay. So then that's going to go in the oven for about 50 minutes. 45 minutes to 50 minutes. What you want is, I'm going to pop it in. Be right back with you. And the finished product, my first batch after I did the calculations on the original recipe, looks like this. And they're beautiful little loaves. And when a loaf of bread is done, it sounds hollow, and it actually is lighter than when you started. So I put a little bit more flour on because I loved the way the flour looks. And then on this one, I didn't cut deep enough. So it didn't create this beautiful blossom. Do you see this edge here? It's beautiful. And that is what you want to see. So you have your Irish soda bread. Lovely. So yummy. And the next recipe is going to be chocolate top cookies. So I'll let you know when it's coming out. That smells so good. Happy St. Patty's Day. Love ya.